An enemy soldier moves alone across the open field, walking without cover and fully exposed under the clear sky. From above, a kamikaze drone detects him early and begins following his path with steady control. The terrain offers no shadows, no trenches, and no obstacles that could break the drone's line of sight. The soldier keeps advancing, unaware that he has already been marked. The drone lowers its altitude, adjusts the angle, and closes the distance with calm precision. When the moment is right, it accelerates and delivers a direct strike. Among the ruins of the village, a kamikaze drone moves slowly between collapsed walls and broken roofs, scanning for movement. In the open space between two destroyed houses, it spots an enemy soldier who has taken cover behind scattered debris. The moment he notices the drone, he starts firing upward, trying to drive it away. The shots miss entirely. Realizing the drone keeps closing in, he steps back and desperately tries to kick it as it approaches, hoping to deflect the impact. But the drone holds its line, drops to attack height, and accelerates. The strike hits directly, cutting through his last attempt to resist. Dust rises from the ruined street as the drone's impact ends the encounter instantly. In the quiet forest, a kamikaze drone moves slowly between the trees, scanning the ground beneath the canopy. The scattered branches and fallen leaves hide most shapes, but one figure stands out clearly: an enemy soldier lying still, asleep among the undergrowth. The drone circles once to confirm the target, keeping low and steady as it prepares for the final approach. The soldier remains motionless, unaware that he has already been found from above. No movement, no reaction, just complete vulnerability under the tree line. The drone aligns itself, drops to attack height, and accelerates through the narrow space between the branches. The strike lands directly on the sleeping target, ending the scene in a single, precise impact. An enemy soldier walks along a damaged roadside, moving quickly while trying to watch the sky at the same time. Just beside him, a small dog runs nervously, keeping pace but clearly confused by the noise overhead. From above, the kamikaze drone tracks both shapes, focusing on the soldier's movements as he raises his weapon and fires blindly into the air. The shots drift wide, hitting nothing. The soldier leaves the road and dives into a patch of bushes, hoping the branches will hide him from the drone's view. The drone circles low over the bushes, tightening its pattern each time. Every turn brings it closer as it waits for a clear angle through the leaves. The soldier remains pinned down, clutching his weapon and trying to stay still, but the drone has already locked the position. Once the opening appears, the drone drops its altitude, lines up the final approach, and accelerates straight into the target. The strike lands with precision inside the thicket. The dog, already far from the scene, survives unharmed and runs into the distance. 3 enemy soldiers walk across an open field, moving in a loose line with no cover around them. The kamikaze drone spots them from above and begins its approach with steady control. One by one, the soldiers react too late. Each attempt to run or change direction gives the drone a clearer angle. The drone aligns on every target in sequence and strikes with precise, controlled impacts. An enemy soldier runs through the tree line, trying to hide in the bushes. The kamikaze drone stays on him, closes the distance, and reaches him before he can disappear. 2 enemy soldiers walk across the field when the kamikaze drone targets them. The strike lands in the ground beside one of them, injuring him and knocking him off balance. He survives the blast but limps away, unable to move normally anymore. A kamikaze drone intercepts an enemy riding a motorcycle and strikes him directly. The montage shows an extended sequence of drone strikes across different parts of the battlefield. Each fragment captures a moment where infantry tries to move, hide, or regroup, but the drones maintain constant pressure from above. The terrain shifts from open fields to rows of trees, from broken farm structures to narrow trenches carved into the ground. No matter the location, the drones follow the same controlled pattern: scan, track, descend, and strike. Some enemy soldiers attempt to sprint between positions, hoping distance will save them. But the drones pick up even the smallest movement and immediately adjust their path. Others dig in among bushes or lie low beside collapsed walls, trying to blend with the ground. Yet from the aerial perspective, their outlines remain visible, and the drones align precisely with each target. The montage includes slow, deliberate approaches where the drone circles several times, narrowing the angle until the opening appears. It also shows rapid, direct dives, moments where the decision is instant and the strike lands before the enemy has time to react. Every impact sends dust and debris upward, leaving a clear mark on the terrain. Some scenes highlight how the battlefield changes around the soldiers. Craters scatter the ground, burned vehicles lie abandoned, and smoke drifts between ruined structures. Despite this chaos, the drones move calmly, maintaining stable control as they transition from one target to the next. The longer the montage continues, the more consistent the pattern becomes. Drone operators coordinate strikes across multiple angles, switching views to confirm hits and assess the surroundings. Each eliminated position opens space for the next maneuver, forcing the enemy to abandon movement and stay hidden. By the end of the sequence, the theme is unmistakable. The drones dominate the pace of the fight. They restrict mobility, interrupt regrouping, and neutralize isolated fighters with speed that ground units cannot match. The footage shows a series of precise drone strikes against enemy vehicles, firing positions, and scattered infantry. Each part of the scene reveals how the UAV moves calmly above the battlefield, watching for any trace of movement. When a vehicle tries to relocate or a soldier shifts inside a trench, the drone adjusts instantly and closes the distance. Destroyed cars, broken firing points, and disrupted defensive spots appear one after another. The hits are controlled and deliberate, leaving clear marks across the terrain. Every strike shows the same pattern: locate the target, hold the angle, and finish the approach with a single accurate impact. The footage captures a series of drone strikes across the ruined areas of Pokrovsk, where enemy vehicles and infantry attempt to hold scattered positions. The landscape is filled with damaged buildings, collapsed roofs, and burned-out machinery, creating a patchwork of broken cover. Above it all, the kamikaze drone searches for movement with steady, controlled flight. Enemy vehicles try to reposition between the shattered structures, hoping the narrow streets will shield them. But the drone identifies each attempt and adjusts its approach, closing in with precise control. Infantry scattered around the area also make short, cautious movements, trying to use debris as cover, but from the air, their outlines remain visible. The strikes follow one another at a measured pace. A vehicle is disabled, a firing point is neutralized, and isolated soldiers are forced to retreat. Each impact leaves a visible change on the landscape. Another piece of equipment destroyed, another defensive spot eliminated. Across the entire fragment, the pattern stays constant. The footage shows an extended sequence of drone strikes targeting enemy infantry across open fields, tree lines, and ruined edges of settlements. Each fragment highlights the same rhythm of modern combat, soldiers trying to move, hide, or reposition while the drone watches their every step from above. Some soldiers attempt to sprint between shallow trenches, hoping to disappear before the drone commits to an attack. Others crouch behind scattered debris, wrecked vehicles, or fallen branches, trying to blend into the environment. Yet from the drone's perspective, every outline is clear, and every movement breaks the camouflage instantly. The drone approaches calmly, adjusting its angle as it descends. It circles when needed, waiting for an opening, then commits to a direct acceleration toward the target. The impact is fast and decisive, leaving dust, smoke, or debris rising from the point of contact. Throughout the montage, the pattern reveals itself. Infantry cannot maintain freedom of movement. Every attempt to advance, retreat, or regroup becomes risky. The drone denies safe routes, disrupts defensive lines, and removes isolated positions that would otherwise slow down ground forces. The footage shows a sequence of drone strikes targeting enemy vehicles, scattered across damaged roads, tree lines, and ruined industrial areas. Each machine, whether parked, abandoned, or attempting to move, becomes visible from above long before it reacts. The kamikaze drone approaches with steady control, adjusting its angle as it closes in on every target. Some vehicles try to accelerate and escape down narrow routes, but the drone maintains its tracking path and tightens the line with each second. Others remain stationary, hidden beside collapsed structures or tucked under tree branches, yet the aerial view exposes them completely. Each strike lands with deliberate precision. Dust rises, metal shifts, and the impact leaves another disabled vehicle on the field. Subscribe to the channel and leave a like.